Hello and welcome to this Gears of War Game of the Day video. Since this is the first video we'll be putting up from the Gears of War beta, I will also do first thoughts and opinions on the game as well. So let's start off by saying how much of a kick in the teeth it is to only get Gears of War 1. When you look at the fact that Uncharted and Halo both got a complete collection, it feels a bit short. It feels like they're charging full price for this game and they're only giving you Gears of War 1. So, I for one am very disappointed. I would love to have seen Gears of War 2 and 3 because I think they're better games overall. But as we know, we can't always get what we want. In terms of what's available in this beta, we have 2 modes and 2 maps currently, with the promise of more modes and maps later on in the week. But at the moment we have Gridlock and Canals, 2 maps that have obviously in Gears 1 and are featured throughout pretty much the entire series. Pretty sure Gears 3 had Canals. I think that might have been it for Canals actually, but Gridlock has been in every single Gears so far. In terms of the modes we have TDM, which is making its first appearance in Gears of War 1, it wasn't in it previously, and King of the Hill, which is, just your standard holding the area type game mode. Pretty much been in shooters since forever, so nothing new there. In terms of what I like about this game, I think graphically it's amazing compared to the original. It's just so much more vibrant, and it's what you'd expect, to be honest. If they hadn't made improvements like this, then what would be the point in re-releasing the game, to be honest? But I'm very much looking forward to the campaign because of this, because I feel like it could look pretty great, especially when you've got hordes of locusts just charging at you like towards the end of the game. Seeing that in better detail will only be a good thing, in my opinion. In terms of the bad parts of the game, unfortunately this list is a lot longer. I suppose it depends on your definition of bad, really. I mean, to me, if it's worse than what is available in other games or even other Gears games, then I can't see bringing it back for the nostalgia reason is worth it. It's a very slow-paced game. You can get stuck on cover very easily. It's hard to maneuver around. It just feels very, very clunky and dated. I wish they added a lot more from Gears 2 and Gears 3 into it. But the only 2 things they've actually brought in from Gears 2 and Gears 3 is the sensitivity, which previously was only up to 15, I believe, in Gears 1, but is now available up to 30, which, although it does improve the speed of the game, it just kind of putting a plaster over it, to be honest. It doesn't solve the problem at all. It just makes it slightly better. The other thing they've added is the spotting system, which is a huge deal. I mean, I'm glad they didn't take this out, or at least I'm glad that they added it, because if you're playing on your own outside of a party, then you really need some indication of where the enemies are, and hard aiming, tapping your left trigger in. People don't do it as much as they probably should, but I'm glad they added it into this game. I feel like that's a nice little addition. I do wish they added a lot more for other Gears, for example the meat shield or the ability to tag grenades onto the wall, because if you've got a frag and all you can really do is throw it, even if you've got smoke, it's just nice to put it on your flank just to cover your back. But this game doesn't give you the option for that. Also, when you're down but not out, you can't crawl away. There's just a lot of little things that veterans of the game will but they'll just realise how much they miss them when they're playing this, because they just made the game what it is. But I think the most disappointing thing for me, in terms of purely the beta, not the full game, is the fact that you can't party up. There is no party available in the beta. So Gears of War, which has always prided itself on being a team-based game, not really one where you can just run and gun and be a bit of a lone ranger, they're just sort of contradicting themselves. That's what they've based their entire premise on, and now they're telling you have to play on your own. I can't even see really what it's going to add. I can't see how it's going to help them improve the game or get a better reading on what people's issues are with the game. It just feels like they're going to alienate a large section of their fan base because they don't want them playing together in the beta for whatever reason. it would. I'd like to know what their reason behind this is, but we'll probably never find out. So during this beta, I will be looking to make a few Gears of War videos. Since it's only available for a week, I might as well take full advantage. So I'll be looking to do more Game of the Days and possibly even some player roles. Obviously you have support players and Slayer players. I'd like to do a video on explaining more about those roles and what your jobs are within those roles within your team, and possibly some terminology and just some basics in the game that a lot of new players to the game will just not know.
I'm also hoping to do a bit of streaming during the course of the week. Probably mostly in the evenings, but possibly in the daytime as well. And in terms of future videos, I will be playing competitively, and we'll probably stream those and then do like recap videos and other sort of, you know, how to play the game tutorials, a little bit more advanced level than some people may be used to playing, try and improve their skill a little. Hopefully there'll be some interest in that, because I think it'll be quite enjoyable to make.
As far as the full game goes, I still hold out hope that they'll maybe implement a few more things that they left out from Gears 3 and Gears 2. And if not though, the very least I'd like is to add some characters. I was a huge Scourge fan from Gears 2, and not being able to play him since Gears 2 has kind of sucked, to be honest, so it'd be kind of nice to have a character skin of him and a few other fan favourites like Anya, sorry. Or at the very least, I'd at least like to see maps from Gears 2 and 3, rather than just the original Gears 1 maps with the DLC. It'd be nice if they tried something a little bit different, rather than giving us exactly the same game.
I'll take that.
You know, the best part of 10 years later for the same price we paid 10 years ago. When you say it like that, it just sounds ridiculous, to be honest. But that about sums up my thoughts and opinions in the game. I'm a huge Gears fan, so I'm always going to play it, and you know, it hasn't taken away my love for the game or anything. I just wish they would have worked on it a bit more, rather than just rehashing the exact same game with the exact same faults. I didn't go into too many specifics about the faults, because unless you're a veteran of the game, it won't really mean anything to you. I'll probably explain a lot more of this in the terminology video. But yeah, as you see, I've gone 15-2 here, so all my moaning and complaining about how it's a bit slow obviously hasn't impacted me too much. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching.